What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Vince Warburton and this is VW Fitness. Today we're going to talk about BPN's brand new vegan protein. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so before we get into today's video, just a quick heads up on the BPN subs. Just kind of a little bit of a backstory here. I'm going to start this off by saying that BPN did not send me these supplements. I did reach out to them back in February of this year, kind of asked if they were willing to send out some samples at the time. Unfortunately, they were not. And I've kind of just grown into following Nick Bare's content. He's the CEO and founder of the company. And actually, they're very, very close here to Austin. They're literally like 15, 20-minute drive from me here in Austin, which is pretty cool. And yeah, just following his content kind of inspired me, and I just kind of really wanted to get my hands on the product. I know a lot of people have been asking me about BPN and reviewing their supplements, so definitely excited today. We did pick up their vegan protein, which just launched a couple weeks ago, which is awesome. We picked up their Go One More Sport. This launched, I think, 3 weeks ago, and this is like their lemon lime. And then we have their greens, which I know a lot of people are kind of into as well. Especially with all these companies kind of coming out with vegan proteins and greens and nootropics and all these other sort of things. So I'm excited to do this review, guys. I know vegan protein has kind of been a big topic where I've been doing it recently. I think there's a lot of vegan proteins. I pitched this over on my story the other day that I kind of have my top 3. Maybe this one will come into play as well. We will see. So before we get into the review, guys, if you're new to the channel, we break down the review into 3 different parts. We're going to talk about number 1, price, 2, the label ingredient breakdown, and then lastly, we're going to talk about that taste. Very excited for taste, guys. This is the peanut butter cookie. It does come in chocolate as well. Yeah, we'll see how this peanut butter cookie does. So, price, guys. This comes in at $39.99 right off of their website. 27 full servings within each tub. And now that is going to come up on the scale, consistent scale, 7 out of 10, which is not a bad score. And especially considering it's a vegan protein. Can I not stress that enough, guys? It is a vegan protein. I don't know if I actually have another vegan protein that comes in that low, so just kind of keep that in mind. Now, I don't really separate the vegan proteins and regular proteins on the pricing scale. It all kind of comes together, so just kind of keep that in mind when it comes to the pricing scale, but 7 out of 10, definitely solid. Let's move right into the label ingredient breakdown, guys. We'll pop that up on the screen now. Like I said, we have 27 servings. 1 scoop is 31.7 grams, roughly, okay? Start out with 130 calories, kind of right there, you know, average kind of amount of calories. 3.5 grams of fat, which includes 2 grams of saturated fiber. When it comes to the label, guys, with protein, just make sure it fits within your macros, okay? Or make it fit within your macros, and you just kind of incorporate it into your supplement stack or your routine. Next up, 0 cholesterol, 340 milligrams of sodium, 3 grams of carbs, which includes 1 gram of dietary fiber. There are no sugars or added sugars in here, and 22 grams of protein. Now, I kind of mentioned this in one of my whey protein reviews that like it was pushing 30 grams, and that's a lot. You know, this one's coming in 22 on the lower side. You're still getting over 20, which is still great. The label is fully disclosed. There are no artificial sweeteners in this protein, guys. It is sweetened by monk fruit extract and stevia, kind of similar to the InnoSups that we talked about last week. In terms of the ingredients, guys, you're getting your protein from the yellow pea protein. You're going to get it from the watermelon seed protein and the pumpkin seed protein, okay? So you're kind of getting a little bit of a blend. We kind of talked about that a little bit in the last week's video in terms of InnoSups is pretty much just pea protein. This one has a bit of a blend. The Ghost has a bit of a blend. The majority of them typically have a little bit of a blend. Overall, guys, this is made in the USA and it is GMP certified, which is always great to see. Oh, honestly, in terms of the label ingredient breakdown, I think the fat's maybe a little bit high. This is the peanut butter cookie, so just kind of, I don't, you know, keep that in mind. In terms of it though, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think everything here is solid. I think a lot of people don't want artificial sweeteners, especially if you're going for a vegan protein. And the only reason I would recommend a vegan protein is 1, if you're vegan, obviously, and 2, if you have any sort of digestive issues with whey protein, if you have any sensitivities to dairy, maybe try a vegan protein because it's probably your best option. You don't have to be vegan to drink this, guys. Obviously, I'm not vegan. I'm going to drink a scoop of it today. So with that, let's move right into the taste, guys. Again, I have not tried this. This just came in, and very excited to give this a try with you guys. Now, it's pretty interesting. It only recommends 4 to 6 ounces of water for 1 scoop, 1 rounded scoop. Man, this smells really good. It kind of smells mocha-y. This is always the trouble, though, is trying to find the dang scooper. I've talked about this before. If you guys end up with this problem and you don't want to put your hand in there at all times, right? all you gotta do is just grab a fork and then you can find it. Okay, so we got 5 ounces of water here. As I always do, I always split whatever the recommendation is in half or kind of right there in the middle. We are gonna do 1 full scoop here. Now, I'll be honest, guys, I have already drank a protein shake today, post-workout. I was waiting in the mail, waiting for the mail to show up to try this one. But yeah, definitely excited. All right, we'll give this a nice good shake. All right, mixability. I'll be honest, I can feel that protein still on my fingers, and it feels like how I believe this is gonna come out and taste. This is mixability, guys. Everything mixed up pretty nicely, minimal foaming here. A little bit of that kind of like, you see that on there? This happened with the InnoSups. It was a little bit more chalky, I would say. And I think that's what causes that kind of, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, on the bottle itself. We give this a nice taste test. Cheers. Very peanut buttery smell. This is great. This is actually really, really nice. Now, not overly sweet. I don't really taste that monk fruit extract, you know, to sweeten it up, or the stevia. Some people I know are really sensitive to that and they can taste it. Yeah, not overly sweet, really good peanut butter smoothness. But then you kind of get this nice kind of like the cookie kind of taste in there right at the end. It's not like this peanut butter all the way through. Now it does have that a little bit of that chalky kind of texture in there. But overall, it's pretty smooth. Yeah, no clumps, anything like that. Overall, I think this tastes actually really good. This is probably going to make it up there in my recommendations when it comes to vegan proteins, depending on the kind of flavor that you guys are looking for. But overall, I think this tastes really good. I would honestly drink this every day. It's not something that I would kind of dread. I've tried other vegan proteins that are just not very good, and it's a struggle to get through. Again, I'm not vegan, but I still think this tastes pretty good, guys. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting because with that kind of graininess, it almost tastes like a broken up, like particles of cookie is actually in there. It's kind of what it feels like or what it tastes like. It has this kind of buttery kind of, that's what I think it is on the cookie end. It's kind of this buttery kind of taste on the back end. I think it tastes great. In terms of taste, guys, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. And you might be wondering, well, why isn't it a 10 out of 10? I think it could be a little bit sweeter. And that's just me. That's just my take. I'm not a big sweet guy. And obviously this is the peanut butter cookie. It's going to be a little bit more kind of creamy and luscious and kind of salty, I would imagine. It's kind of the idea. But overall, I think this is one of the best tasting vegan proteins I've tried. So keep that in mind, guys. Again, 22 grams of protein here. I'm not sponsored by them. They're not paying me to say anything. I'm pretty stoked to try this protein, though. I'm just going to say that. I'm pretty excited to have this in the arsenal, naturally sweetened, and they're local to me here in Austin, Texas. So I'm excited to try the Go One More Sport. We'll kind of get into that potentially next week, depending on what kind of comes up. We have so many products, guys, that it's going to be really tricky for me to kind of get through everything. I know things are a little bit crazy, and we just have, you know, everyone's getting back into the gym, and I'm excited for everyone. I hope everyone is staying safe and, you know, social distancing, doing that whole thing, sanitizing your hands. But yeah, I'm super stoked for this one, guys. This is a great vegan protein. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I think that kind of wraps up the video. Super stoked on this vegan protein. If you guys want to try it, make sure you head on over to the website, www.vwfitness.club. You can pick up yourself some free samples. When I say free, guys, just a quick reminder that you do pay $5 for shipping. If you're here in the Texas area, you're going to pay $5 plus tax. But yeah, that's literally to pay for the shipping, guys. I'm not making any money off that. It's for the bags, it's for the labels, it's for me to ship it out, etc. So you can select this. All you do is leave it in the notes section of your order. Make sure you do that. I have a full video, all the samples, I think it's what it's called, or something all about the samples. Make sure you go and watch that video if you have any questions in terms of how you place an order and what you need to do. Aside from that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe and bell for notifications. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one.